Hello and welcome to session 8 of the Core Strength Reboot series. I am Natalie Aguilar, a certified personal trainer and pre- and postnatal exercise specialist. The Core Strength Reboot series is designed to guide you along your core recovery after birth so you can get back to your strong, stable core. If this is your first time on my channel or with this series, I'm going to link in the description below the introduction video to this series so you can learn more about this series, why it was created, and how to use it. I'm going to link that there. Go ahead and go back because the techniques in this video have already been mastered, so you need to go to session 1 through 7 in order to move on and really get the most out of this session 8. For those of you who have already been here, we're going to continue on in our Core Strength Reboot series. Today we're going to be performing the exercises on our hands and knees. So moving on to provide a little bit of an extra challenge in our core because gravity is going to be pulling us down. And like we talked about last time, pulling us out of that neutral alignment. So it wants us to be able to let gravity do its job and pull us down. And we need to resist that by keeping our core strong, tucking up and in, and maintaining that neutral alignment of the ribs and hips. So starting with the techniques you already know, we're going to do 360 breathing in quadruped. So you're going to inhale, exhale, we're just doing the breath here, mastering, feeling the feedback of this new position with that breath. Perfect. Moving on. Now incorporating the pelvic floor activation slow with the breath. Inhale, lengthen and release. Exhale, lift and tighten all 4 points. And draw the core in. 5 more. Inhale, relax. Exhale, up and tighten. Great, and moving on to pelvic floor activations fast. So breathing as comfortable, lifting and lowering, full range of motion as fast as possible. Going to lift and lower, 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 lift. We're continuing on a few more times. Be sure to take time to make sure you're truly mastering that movement. with this new position. We're going to perform 3 reps of the 360 breathing. Exhale and hold now. We're going to be doing 1 big inhale, exhale all the way out, baby inhale, exhale all the way out, baby inhale, exhale all the way out, and 1 last baby inhale, exhale all the way out, and then 1 big inhale to get a nice full breath of fresh air, and doing that 3 times total. Start with our inhale. Baby inhale. Go. Baby inhale. And 1 big inhale. Make sure you're emptying all the way. Last big inhale. Whew. I hope you felt that tightening and drawing it as much as I did that time. I love those 360 breathing exhale and holds. Moving on, we're going to get back into our hands and knees. We're going to do hip extensions now. So you're going to balance yourself on 1 knee and your hands. And you're going to lift 1 leg back behind you, pressing out that heel, and then draw back in. Making sure that as you are pushing out, you are keeping that alignment of your torso so we're not rotating and making the openness of the hips and the ribs. We are keeping those tucked in tight, making it all come from the glute here. And back down. Once again, we're coordinating it with the breath. We're going to inhale while we are in a tabletop position. Exhale as we extend out. And continue to exhale as we bring it back in, pulling in the pelvic floor, the whole exhale and the whole hip extension and back in. We are going to do 6 reps on the right side, then 6 reps on the left side. So keeping it all on the same side today so that we can keep our balance on these 3 points of contact and just worry about extending that 1 leg. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, draw the pelvic floor in, extend that leg, keeping the alignment in. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, draw up and in, extend that foot. More. Make sure you're focusing on your pelvic floor here. Amazing. Moving on to our left leg, raising up. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your alignment. Think about the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, draw in and up. Okay, and go ahead and rest. Those are the exercises that you should be going over after this workout. So that's in the tabletop or hands and knees position, where you're doing the 360 breathing, with the pelvic floor activation slow, then with pelvic floor activations fast, and then the 360 breathing, exhale and hold, then working into the hip extension, making sure you're coordinating the pelvic floor, the breath, and keeping alignment of the hips and shoulders in that exercise. Just like last session, we're going to end today with some gentle stretching to loosen up any tightness that we have. This should feel really great for new moms and for seasoned moms alike. So we're going to do cat-cow. So we're going to get out of neutral alignment, extending our hips and ribs, and then draw in. We're going to exhale and push up. We're going to inhale, open. Exhale, push up. Inhale, open. Exhale, push tall. Next, performing adductor rocks. You're going to keep this tabletop position, but you're going to take that right leg out to the side, going to be in line with your knee, hands still out in front of you. You should feel a stretch right here in your inner thigh. Then we're just going to rock gently back and forth, getting all angles of stretching that inner thigh. Bringing your right leg back in. On the right side still, we're going to do thoracic rotations. So you're going to put your hand up behind your ear, pulling that elbow back so we're engaging our back muscles. And then you're going to dip that elbow down to the ground, rotating sideways, and then extend up, pushing into the ground as we open up the chest, trying to look towards the ceiling. We're going to do 5 of those. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale, open. Inhale down. Exhale, open. Down. Exhale, open. Perfect. Back onto our hands and knees. I'm going to move back so you can see me better. Bringing that right knee up in front of, and that foot placed in front of us. We're going to open up into that hip flexor, and quads on that back left leg. Breathing and relaxing into it. And then pulling your hips back, keeping that front leg straight. And you're going to stretch over, stretching into that hamstring here, the back of the leg. If you need support, go ahead and find yourself near a couch, and you can put your hand on that couch and be able to stretch into that. That can really help, especially if you have really tight hamstrings and you're not able to bend over. You can feel very balanced trying to do that stretch. Grab onto something and hold that hamstring stretch. Wonderful. So now we're going to do it the other side. I'm going to face the camera for this one so you can get a slightly different angle to be able to understand the movement better. So you're on your hands and knees. You're going to take the left leg out to the side and line with our knee here, hands out in front, and we're going to rock back and forth, getting into those adductors. And by adductors, I mean the inner thighs. A nice stretch here. Now back onto our hands and knees, going into those thoracic rotations, which means the upper back. You're going to put your hand behind your ear, opening up that elbow, dip that elbow down, and rotate up. Dip the elbow down and push into the floor as you rotate and open up the chest. Into the floor, rotate, open. And inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, exhale. Now going into that hip flexor stretch, I'm going to show you what I mean if you would like support. So you're on your hands and knees, you're going to grab onto a couch or support beside you, bring that leg up in front, foot in front as you lunge into that, using that surface as support to keep you balanced if you feel like you can't reach down all the way. Breathing and relaxing into that. Pull the hips back, straighten that front leg. Once again, I'm supporting myself on here so I don't feel like I have to dip down so much. If you're getting a stretch right here, go ahead and stay there and feel a stretch in your hamstring. You have that supportive surface so you don't feel like you have to crank and go down all the way. And that is the end of session 8. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it and you're able to have a better day because of practicing this and loosening and stretching your body. Have an incredible day, and we'll see you in session 9.